where we are.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 944, I think it is. Mike Matthews here at Mike's Daily Podcast. And we have Kevin Drury here today.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. I wish I knew exactly how many episodes I've done. Let's see.
Quick Bing search.
It would be... Oh, here's the name of the show.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
944. I was one off.
All right.
And we're going to have a visit from a couple of the characters.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
But now this is my song to Kevin Drury. He grew up in a town somewhere in Missouri where he grew up eating barbecue and curry. Then he left town because he left in a fury. And he said, I'm going to get into radio and I'm going to make beer.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Wow.
And then he said, beer's good. And I can't think of anything
Mike's
to rhyme right there.
Daily Podcast. Yeah!
You're like another Eminem. No one told you. Your freestyle is pretty legit.
Thank you.
Wow. That was some dope rhymes, dog.
Well, your name is very rhymable.
Okay.
I
Kevin,
said,
7, 11?
no, the jury part.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
Drury, hurry,
Flurry. McFlurry.
McFlurry. Go! Oh. I threw a sound effect at you. I have an array right here. And then we have people that come in and visit. Like on this show, we have Shelley Schuhart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the Engineer. They're going to stop by in a little bit. So, Kevin makes beer.
I do.
And you have a beer. Well, what got you into making beer?
I just graduated college and I had nothing to do. I was still looking for a job in radio. Probably that was my first mistake. I needed to get a job, but I had nothing to do with my free time. But I like to drink really good beer. I mean, I like to. Once you have a good beer, you always go from bad beer to good beer. You don't drink good beer for, a few years and go, it was really good, that Michelob. That never happens. So I went to my buddy's house. His dad had made some beer. And I was like, I can get set up for about $200. All right, I should do that. And I did it, and it is true. There's a pollutant that gets in your brain, and you do it the first time. I need to become a brewer now. This is my new life path.
Now, a lot of people say that when they make beer, that the first batch is usually horrible.
Yeah. It won't be horrible, but it probably won't be anything spectacular. That's.
And that was true with you?
It was pretty bland. It was brown water.
But was it drinkable?
Oh, yeah, it was drinkable. I drank the hell out of it. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Because I had a friend that tried doing it, and he just, gave it to the dog or put it in the planter.
Yeah, I'd go with the planter. I don't think hops are good for dogs.
That's true. Yeah. Don't give that to your dogs. Public service announcement.
The more you know.
The more you know. And then that little thing that shoots across. Yeah. Hello. I'm NBC's megastar, whoever I am. And I'm telling you.
Bergeron.
And I'm telling you to don't ever drink beer. The more you know. No, but that would be a bad one.
Yeah.
And then you're at 21st Day now.
Yeah, I hang out with some guys that are in a brew club, and someone put on Facebook, hey, 21st Amendment's building a gargantuan brewery in San Leandro. And I went, hey, I like beer. I know about beer. And they said, can you be a tour guide? Yeah, I can. Can you talk about beer with lots of people? I've been doing it for years. Can you serve beer? I'm pretty sure I can. You got the job.
Here at Cafe Anyway, we don't have beer. Unfortunately, we just have root beer that the brewmaster makes, so I'm pouring you some right now.
Nice frothy head, about 1.5 inches at the top of a 16-ounce pint. Looking good.
Wow. I wish the brewmaster was here to... Oh, here he is.
Hello there, Mike. I make the root beer. I'm the brewmaster. Oh, boy.
That's an interesting accent you have there.
Thank you. I am from...
That's a wonderful city, I guess. Brewmaster, he gave you a wonderful compliment to your root beer that no one has ever given before.
Thanks, Mike. I'm all aggressive now, so I'm gonna cut you.
No, don't do that. Dramatic sound effect. And he's dating Shelley Schuhart, who also is walking in. Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Shelley Schuhart, gift shop supervisor. Oh my God, Kevin. It's so good to meet you. I'm sorry that you met my boyfriend, the brewmaster.
Okay. Don't worry about it, Shelley.
Our relationship has plateaued.
You know, that happens after a while. It's okay.
I'm like bored with him. I want like more excitement.
Something more mentally stimulating?
That's right. I want something like to stimulate my brain. Because I have a big brain. It's really big. Uh-huh. Do you think she sounds like when Fred Armisen does that girl on Portlandia?
Portlandia, yeah.
And then Carrie Brownstein puts the mustache on and they make her voice.
Yeah.
Stop saying that, Mike Matthews. I hate you.
Mike, we're gonna work on our relationship now. Bye.
Kind of reminds me of that. Reminds me a little bit of like a Canadian Cookie Monster.
That's kind of what he does sound like that.
Okay.
Good thing he left before you said that, because he's been aggressive. He's been pulling out weapons.
Well, he did say he was from a pretty bad neighborhood.
Yeah, somewhere in Grishnerfnev.
Yeah,
something.
I went through there one time on a layover. It's bad news.
Yeah, it's but hashish is sold freely there.
Absolutely. In fact, it's part of their local economy there. It grows in the bog.
A bog?
Yeah. Well, that's where they live. They live on elevated houses.
Oh, that's pretty cool, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
And the bog is a mist, I would imagine, comes off of it. And
yes. A dark sulfur fog rises every morning, and it kills all the fish, and it wipes the bad spirits away.
And that explains why the brewmaster kind of sounds a little Yoda-ish.
Yeah, it affects your larynx very poorly.
Oh. Well, look who else just walked in. Hello, Mike. This is Floyd the Floorman.
And this is John Deere, the engineer. Hello, Kevin. I hear you make all kinds of beer.
I do, John. Thank you.
You know, John used to work as an engineer at a radio station.
Did he? Which one?
It was...
Oh, yeah, I did a couple shifts there. Didn't work out.
Were those even letters?
Yeah, they were. I've been at that station.
Oh, wow.
It's market number 781.
What year were you there?
I was there in the early...
You know, I didn't realize John Deere kind of sounds like Harrison Ford.
No, I don't. I really hate Wookiees.
Get off my plane.
So that's pretty much what this podcast is about. Oh, but we do have an interview. I did an interview yesterday. I call it Mike on Mobile because I use my mobile phone. I interviewed the guy that runs Niles Ice Cream Place.
Ooh, I was just there.
What do you get when you go there?
Pralines and cream.
Isn't there... Pralines and cream is so good.
I do. That's how I roll. I really like that one.
And
a waffle cone.
Wow. And they knew that pumpkin ice cream is what they have, is their new one.
I have not had that one yet.
Do you know what I get? Is the chocolate peanut butter. I put it in a shake. Or he puts it in a shake for me.
Oh, all right.
But I have tried the pralines and cream. It's excellent.
Yeah, and you can hang out. There's all kinds of beer and stuff around there. It's a good area of town.
Yeah, because right across the street is Joe's. Which has 15 beer on tap.
Mm-hmm. Usually pretty good beers, yeah.
Wait, beers is got an S, but Deers doesn't when you pluralize it.
It's like knife and knives and stuff like that. Or no, never mind. Don't worry about that.
Right, knives and knife.
Yeah. No, never mind. That's wrong. Never mind. Don't worry about any of that.
The other job I have, there's a cleaning lady that comes in because I'm usually there at night.
Okay.
And she teaches me Spanish while she strokes my hair. One of those is a lie.
Yes.
And yeah, but she'll say, you know, I'm like saying goodbye, and she says hasta la vista. I'm like, what are you saying? Yeah. And she said, no, that's what you say when you say goodbye.
You never seen Terminator? That was the famous line.
I thought that he was doing alien speak.
Wow, you better not tell that to too many people in California.
Did we tell our Michelob story yet?
No, we did not.
Okay, tell your Michelob story. Oh, the beer one you were just telling me before we started. The hostile takeover.
Oh, yeah. I was just reading today that Anheuser-Busch is looking to do is hinting at a hostile takeover of Miller, S.A.B. Miller. The largest brewer in the world wants to take over the second largest brewer in the world. And this just tells you that they don't like to play nice. They made 2 offers to Miller totaling $104 billion. $104 billion, to which Miller said no thanks. So Anheuser-Busch, or AB InBev, sent letters over top of Miller's head to all their stockholders and said, you should probably take this deal because you're not going to like the next step. You won't like the way we're going to do this. So, so there is some pressure, and this is, I mean, hostile takeovers are always big news, but, if they do this, you're going to have the largest brewery conglomerate the world has ever known and probably ever will know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, wait, didn't one of those companies do a horrible commercial about we don't like flavored beer or something?
That would be Budweiser. Budweiser thought they were being smart. They thought they would appeal to everyone by saying, we're blue-collar guys who drink regular beer, regular yellow fizzy beer, and if you don't, you're kind of a big girl. And the ironic part of that is that about a week before they'd done that ad, they purchased Elysian Brewing. And Elysian makes a pumpkin peach ale. And what did Budweiser go ahead and insult in their ad? We don't make a fruity pumpkin peach ale. Actually, you do. If you look in your portfolio of things you just bought, you do own one. And you do make one. So, yeah.
And now, 21st Amendment makes a great watermelon beer.
We do. Our Hell or High Watermelon.
Hell or High Watermelon.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from? Because there's a country song, Come Hell or High Water.
I can't say I'm familiar with that one.
Did you like my singing?
I did.
T. Graham Brown.
Very nice.
T. Graham Brown used to also sing Taco Bell commercials. Remember? Head for the border.
Uh-huh.
That was him. T. Graham Brown.
How do you find out these things?
That's a really sad explanation that I have in my head that I don't want to tell you.
Okay, wow.
But country for some reason sticks in my head.
Okay, well,
so a lot of music stuff.
Well, that's good.
But not sports. I can't remember crap about any sports team.
Yeah, that's just worthless data at the end of the day. Oh, so-and-so has so many rushing yards. Who cares? Really? How's that going to help me in life?
Well, if you would have done the online betting stuff...
Still, I have a hard time believing all those commercials from DraftKings and all those other racket websites. I have a hard time with that.
Did you read that online editorial that guy wrote about how that company, was it DraftKings?
Something like that.
They did so many commercials, and they basically shot themselves in the foot because now they're being all investigated.
Are they?
And employees were betting that shouldn't have been. Now they're not allowed to bet at all. And they made so much money, like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's a bad idea when the people who control the betting are allowed to place bets. Didn't Pete Rose get into something like that he still hasn't gotten over?
I thought you knew a lot about, because you posted on your Facebook you went to like a game.
I do. I like sports. I'm not one of those guys who knows. Well, don't you know that his whip average and his, what? Whip? Oh, wins, hits instead of, I don't know. There's entirely too many stats. Look, I like to watch the game. I know like my team or the teams I like. Other than that, I don't know, that fullback in New York. I don't know anything. Oh, don't you know that he's allergic to gluten, and that's why he couldn't play in Tuesday's game because he had something from Panera? I don't know all that stuff.
How about does he eat donuts?
Donuts.
That would be, if you don't, I think that would make you a crap player.
If you ate a lot of donuts?
Well, if you don't.
Oh.
That's not the kind of guy you want representing you on the field. Hey, guys, I know we're going to do the play in a minute, but I don't know, my intolerance to gluten, and I think I may have had some peanut shells somewhere, and I just can't get on the plane. I can't do the play, guys. Can we just pause, and then wham, he's done.
All right, well, one of the things I enjoy talking with Kevin about, which is everything, is we enjoy talking about women, like, oh, she's really that pretty. Wow, that's and then It's all right because we're heterosexual males. We think women are pretty. There's some women that make us go, wow.
We're not being derogatory about it.
Right.
Just, hey, wow, she's quite a looker, ain't she?
Where, on my computer screen right now? Oh, no. Oh, see, you made me look.
Yeah. Well, when we're at the brewery, usually, that's a usual.
There's a lot of that.
How did you see that one?
And I've spoken to you about how I enjoy the fact that women are enjoying beer now.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time I only drink wine.
Yeah.
Now they drink barrel. And it's Oktoberfest.
Yes, it is.
Are you excited about Oktoberfest?
Well, yes and no. Here in America, we are celebrating Oktoberfest, but now just to kind of blank all over your bonfire. The actual Oktoberfest.
Stop blanking on my bonfire.
Was the last week of August. Is its actual day.
Right.
I mean, it's actual time.
But we take it literally in America.
They shouldn't call it Oktoberfest.
Yeah, stupid.
I mean, come on.
I'll have to call up my German relatives and go, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. Get your crap straight, Germany.
But I've heard the whole historical reason for it, because it was a celebration of something, some historical thing.
Queen Parisa and I think Prince Wilhelm II.
Good God! Look at you!
I know Parisa, at least that one. Half.
I'm so glad. Did you dub this music bed into your system here?
I did. I played this on my accordion.
Well, I think, Kevin, this is the part of the show where I say your shirt makes me hungry because it says Italy. And then I'll do a quick plug for my website, which is MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And you can listen to the show on a bunch of things like Spreaker, Stitcher, YouTube, Podomatic, etc. And then if you want to help out the show by going on and buying something on Amazon, there's a link, which we got so far almost $2 from. Excited.
All right.
I think somebody bought a car, and that's how much we got from it. So that's great. And then finally, there's the PayPal if you want to become an Inglorious Mike's Daily Podcaster, and you'll get a special greeting from all the cafe characters, like Floyd the Floorman. I've had nothing to say on this show today.
That's all good. Don't worry, Floyd. You'll be good.
I gotta clean the floor.
Yeah, someone yacked down the hallway, so...
Now the mic on mobile with the guy named Matt from Niles that works at the ice cream place. And he works at Bronco Billy's, too.
Really? That's a damn good combo. A fattening combo, but a delicious combo.
Mike on mobile.
I'm speaking with...
Matthew Quintana of Niles, California.
Matthew Cosano. Cosano, is that Italiano?
No, it's Quintana.
Oh, Quintano. That means 15 million.
Of course it does.
And I am at a ice cream place called Niles Ice Cream. Sweets and eat. Nice ice cream. I can mess up the name all I want because you guys aren't paying for advertising. So I'm just going to mess it up. I'm going to call it Niles Ice Cream Eats. And we've got music playing in the background, so don't anyone try and sue me because of copyright infringement. But you can't... Well, these are sensitive phones, these iPhones. This is the segment Mike on Mobile. I'm in Niles, which is... Tell everyone what Niles is, Matt.
Niles is a small little section of Fremont, and it's actually like you're trapped in a time warp because this is a very old town with old vibes, and it brings back the silent film age of the state with Charlie Chaplin and all of that. So it's actually a very cute little town.
Now, Charlie Chaplin, what do you mean? Why is Charlie Chaplin important here?
Charlie Chaplin is renowned here because he shot a lot of his films here, and this was actually kind of known as the first Little Hollywood, and a lot of the silent films happened here.
Now, he shot some movies here. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's one or two, but I can't remember the name.
And do you have to dress up as Charlie Chaplin?
No, I don't dress up like Charlie Chaplin, but there's a lot of what they call murals around town of Charlie Chaplin.
Now, the one problem with Charlie Chaplin is he's got that mustache, and you do one little thing wrong, and you're Hitler.
I almost... I think he had it first. Did Charlie Chaplin have it first?
But I think so, yeah. Charlie Chaplin was popular way before Hitler was. So, but yeah,
There's a museum/theater here in Niles, right?
Yeah, I think it's a couple days a week. They play silent films in the little museum down the street. It's a cute little theater. They pop popcorn and everything. I've never been in, but I hear it's nice.
Explain to me Bronco Billy.
Bronco Billy, that was another character of silent film. I don't remember much about him. I learned about it when I was in elementary school here, but he's just another character that was used in silent films, and we have a pizza place in town named after him.
Which you work at too.
Yes, I do. I'm a delivery driver over at Bronco Billy's Pizza.
Describe your day, your work day.
At Niles Ice Cream or at Bronco Billy's?
But your full work day.
My full work day on Sunday would be both of them. I would have to open here at 10 o'clock to 2:30, and that just consists of bringing everything out, like the toppings, and make sure the hot fudge is warmed up and everything, the cones are stocked and all that. And then when I get off at 2:30 and serve all the customers, and then after 2:30 I go home and rest, and then I start at 4 at Bronco Billy's, and that usually consists of prep work. And then when I'm not prepping, delivery, and prepping consists of just rolling out dough and making all the slices and different sizes of dough in the pizza.
But you deliver?
Yeah, I deliver. Maybe I get about 10 deliveries a day on a good day.
And have you had any interesting stories yet? Any weird people you've delivered to?
No, I've only been invited into a house once, and it was a pretty average experience.
Well, was it a hot lady?
No, I believe it was two gentlemen. I've never met them before, but.
Uh-oh, Matt. Uh-oh.
I felt like I might have been interrupting.
Uh-oh, Matt. Uh-oh. Matt, I think I told you about when I was a kid, I delivered chicken. We called it broasting, which was just you deep fried the chicken under a pressure cooker, and then we would take it, I would deliver it, and I had to wear an outfit, actually kind of like this. It was a brown colored shirt. I had to wear a hat that had a chicken running across it, and then there was this one guy, I had to deliver to him every day. An old guy, lived in a trailer, like a little mobile home, and he would show me these pictures of him from when he go, come on in, here's some pictures of me when I think he was a boxer or something. And this is back in the 80s. And then I think I told you one time I met someone because we couldn't cross the line, the border line.
Okay, too far.
You couldn't deliver too far, right? Yeah. And this other guy came from another town called Oxnard. I met him on the Ventura-Oxnard borderline. And then I park my car. I go to bring him the chicken. I turn around. I forgot to set the parking brake, and my car's rolling down the street.
Really?
Rolling down the Vineyard, or Victoria, for those of you that know Oxnard. And it went over the side, and it was farmlands. And
What state did you say this was?
This is California.
Oh, is it
in California? And they had I didn't have a cell phone because there weren't any cell phones then, and so I had to wait till somebody called a tow truck guy for me. It was crazy. And so has that happened to you yet?
No, nothing like that has ever happened to me, but that guy really needed his chicken. He had to meet you at the border.
And now that I think about it, I wonder why that guy didn't help me. I always, when I remember the story, I remember he was gone, but maybe he wasn't. Maybe he just didn't want to help me.
Like I said, all he needed was his chicken. He probably got his chicken and left.
These people did show up and they're like, oh, we'll help you. And by the way, have you accepted Jesus as your Lord and Savior? And they start giving me, they're like Jehovah's Witnesses, and they start giving me the whole rundown. They give me brochures, and they're like, okay, we'll go and call someone for you. And they never did.
I think they were taking advantage of your plight. They were trying to give you a salvation.
But pizza, Bronco Billy's, it's interesting inside there.
Yeah, it's a lot of the kids from town, 20-year-old kids and stuff like that. It's all a big fun time in there.
And what are kids like here in Niles?
Nothing much, nothing special. Just average little small town kids. Nothing much.
And there's a train that comes by here, like an old train.
Yeah, that adds to the old memorabilia side of the town. There's a train tracks that's pretty prominent. You can see it from the boulevard, and it goes by a couple times during the day.
And I drive by here every day on my way to work, and sometimes when I'm leaving work and going back home to Podcastro Valley, I have to get your wonderful chocolate peanut butter shake.
Yeah, here at Niles Ice Cream, we have Treat Ice Cream brand, and that's located in San Jose, California.
Once again, they're not paying any money for this podcast, so all free for them, those guys. So this is an interesting old town. Bronco Billy's has some interesting old things hanging up inside of it, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. What's it like being on a podcast?
It's my first time on a podcast, and I don't know. You've come in a couple times, so you seem like a friend. There's my boss right there.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good talking to you. We better run. Take care.
So that was a great interview
All right.
with Matt from Niles.
Thank you, Matt.
Let's go outside, Kevin, of Cafe Anyway. We're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast.
Stuffy.
And we're here it's somewhere in Podcastro Valley.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Now the podcast picture. It's actually the picture of that bridge next to Niles that I have to cross every day. This is an exciting podcast, isn't it?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So I'm a bit of a shutterbug, and I take a lot of pictures, and so that's one of the pictures I decided to post. But I enjoyed. Did I mention that I set a post on your Facebook about somebody did a thing. You know, here's how to drink pumpkin beer. Step 1, throw it away.
Yeah. There's a lot of folks out there who they've been ingrained in it since they were little. You know, no, beer's got to taste like Budweiser, Miller, Pabst, Coors, and the other yellow horse piss. No, there's a wide world out there of wonderful things to try. I mean, come on.
Oh, speaking of horse piss, look who just showed up.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, did I tell you that Anheuser-Busch wants to buy Miller?
Hi, Mike. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. How y'all doing? This is my horse, Lily. Hi, Kevin.
How you doing, miss?
I've been in rodeos.
I can tell.
Are y'all laughing at me?
No,
we're not laughing at you, just near you.
We would not do that to you. We're gentlemen.
Hey, Shelly Shoeheart. Hello. How you doing? Look, I'm fine. Okay, that's pretty much the end of the show. We let the women talk, and they have their own podcast.
That's how most of the conversations have ever been an end.
I actually am addicted to a podcast that these two women do. They did one about boobs and boobs in society.
I'm listening.
I was listening too.
Yeah.
I could not stop listening to this. It's
they should be on YouTube, not really a podcast.
Check it out. It's a podcast called, and they're both really cute, and it's called Stuff Your Mom Never Told You. And they talk about these things that you're like, really? Wow. Wow, bras. I'm glad that I don't have to, unless I wear a man's ear, or what do you call it, the bro?
I have no idea.
That was a Seinfeld reference with Jerry Stiller is trying to sell. What's up, man's ear? Mike Matthews, you're gross. All right, Kevin, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
It was great. Next show, I will have the return of the news segment called Matthews News. Plus, we will hear from Benita. You'll be back with your husband, the disgruntled fiddle player. I hate him. And then, were you just doing a fiddle?
A fiddle, yeah. I was air fiddling.
I don't have a fiddle.
Sounds dirty, but it's not.
We call it the air fiddle here in San Francisco because San Francisco's got
weird
all
people.
kinds of interesting.
Yeah. He was air fiddling himself in the middle of Dolores Park. Disgusting.
I don't have a sound effect for that. No, that probably wouldn't. Go! Okay. And then we'll also hear from the brewmaster. He'll be back. But we've had a great brewmaster here. Kevin Drury, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Anytime, Mike.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!